fine. Yeah.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
In on the stop there, Andrew Sendejo. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he's got some space here. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Now the Packers get set to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep it with Henry on first down. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, get reset. Hey, easy. Get 300. Get 300.
On first down, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 at the 19. Again to Henry. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the gates. And he's got it. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds it.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves it. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lucky 48.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Go ahead, go ahead. Hey, let's go.
2nd down, Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A first down carry for Henry. And some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down.
That's fine. Yeah.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
Hey, where y'all going?
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Kelly, don't let Kelly. Where y'all going? Zoom. Got it. Where y'all going?
To throw on 3rd down. Rodgers. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. In for the score. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
We're good.
Handoff comes to Cook. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey, yellow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
We go. Bring the energy. Hey, you're on an island over there. Yellow.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Gun.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Yellow.
To throw is Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 21. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. More from Minneapolis after this. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. So they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Well, then your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. To throw is Rodgers on third down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Wide. We're going. Let's go. Here we go.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
We're going. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So on fourth down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. And it's taken in at the 9. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Throwing is Rodgers, and he fires one incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. To have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty. It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Quaker Omaha. Hey, we're good, we're good. Line out.
Cook following the penalty. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution. Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Cousins throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 382, Liz 50. Hey, we're good. Liz 50.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this 2nd half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Ringo, 48.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Quaker Omaha. Rhino.
Throwing, Cousins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Matt Wild now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Everson Griffin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now a play fake. Rodgers over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
26. Over here.
Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Ben Gideon able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Everson Griffin getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Hey, 382, let's shift it.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit jars the ball free and brings up third down.